Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So wow, my hair is looking crazy today. Please excuse my appearance. Um, I wanted to make a quick video because I finally heard back from my doctor. I think in my last video, I told you guys that I was going to hear back from him like soon, like that day or something. But it ended up we were playing phone tag, and it was a few days before I heard back from him. So we finally got to talk, and I asked him, I said, what do you think went wrong with our, like after the egg retrieval, we retrieved 20, don't you knock over my camera. We retrieved 20, 18 were mature, 11 were fertilized with ICSI, and then only one made it to blast. And thankfully that one is genetically normal and we'll be able to use it. He told me that he wished that the embryologist would have explained to me better so I guess some labs don't even call on day 3 to give you an update because so much can change between day 3 and day 5. So I guess a lot of labs just call you on day 5. And I kind of wish that that's how my lab worked, because when they called me on day 3, they told me that all of them were still doing good, and there was a couple that were behind, but they weren't really concerned or whatever. So when they called me on day 5 and told me, they lost like so many, I was concerned that something was wrong with like my eggs or Chad's sperm or something. And so that's why I wanted to talk to him and be like, what do you think happened? And he's like looking over my chart and everything, and he's like, I'm looking at it right here, and I can't remember exactly what he said, but he's like, really, you only had like 5 to 7 on day 3 that I would even think might make it to day 5. He's like, I figured you would have maybe had 2 or 3 make it to day 5. He's like, you had 1, so not the best outcome. He's like, but not normal. And so I was like, okay, that kind of, my cat, I was like, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But I felt better knowing that like nothing went wrong, like in the lab, like they didn't mess anything up, or like nothing seems to be like wrong with me or Chad as far as like causing them to dwindle like they did. So he's like, I'm very happy that we got one great quality genetically normal embryo, with you being 35. I'll be 36 on Friday, so almost 36. And so then I said, okay, well, what do we do from here? I said, because we're kind of torn on if we should do the transfer and then decide if we want to do another egg retrieval. If that doesn't work for some reason, or I have a miscarriage or whatever, I mean, it's not a guaranteed baby, unfortunately. He, with a genetically normal embryo and us doing an ERA, which I'll get into that in a minute, but we have about a 80% chance of a live birth from the transfer that we are going to do. So there is still a chance that when we do the transfer, I might not end up pregnant. If you're not familiar with IVF, the way it works is when you do the transfer, they transfer the embryo into your uterus, but the embryo still has to implant just like with any pregnancy. And if it does not implant, then it was not a successful transfer and you're not pregnant. So just because they put embryo in you does not mean that you're going to have a baby. It could not work. You could still have a miscarriage. Everything that could happen with a normal pregnancy, or a typical pregnancy, I should say, can still happen with an IVF transfer. So, and I'm just saying that because I have several friends and Facebook friends that watch my videos, and they have told me that they like know nothing about IVF. And if you've not had to deal with IVF, then, or dealt with someone going through it that's close with you, then you wouldn't probably know much about it. So I just like to explain things for those of you who are curious. Anyway, so I asked him, you know, what... Sorry, someone sent me a message on my phone. I was trying to read it. So I was like, you know, what do we do from here? And he was like, well, he's like, do you guys want more than one more baby? And I was like, maybe. And the reason I said maybe is like, we would love to have all the babies, like give us all the babies, but I had a really hard pregnancy with Garrett. He was born premature because I had preeclampsia, and now I am almost 36, and I have a history of miscarriages. And so with my age and BMI and recurrent miscarriages and having a premature baby before, I'm considered high risk. It's like a geriatric pregnancy. So it's like, yeah, we would love to have more babies, but obviously we have to see how things go. If I do get pregnant and I have a really, really hard pregnancy and it's not looking like it would be safe or a good idea for me to have another baby after that, then obviously we're not going to do that. We're not going to, you know, risk my life to keep trying to have babies. And we would explore adoption or whatever life throws at us. So, he said, okay, well, what I would suggest is you guys do the transfer. It's my microwave. You guys do the transfer when you're ready, which I'll get into that in a second too, because I kind of have an update about that as well. But you do the transfer. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, then we can do another retrieval. If it works and you decide, yeah, we're probably going to want to have another baby, then he wants me to do an egg retrieval as soon as I can after giving birth, just because we did get a low number of viable embryos, and my odds are not going to get better as I get older. So he was like, as soon as you know that you want to do another retrieval, let's do another retrieval. He's like, because I would much rather do a retrieval and have those frozen for when you're ready and do a transfer when you're 39. He's like, but I don't want to do an egg retrieval on you when you're 39 because I don't think we'll have good results. So, excuse me, I'm stuffy. I've had a sinus infection thing going on. I don't have the big C. So that's where we're at. Now, another thing that we are going to do, and I was going back and forth on it. I think I posted another video about this before, but I had talked to him about doing an ERA. And an ERA is a also known as a mock transfer. And basically what it is you do the injections and take the oral medications that you would do for a transfer. But instead of doing a transfer when that time comes, they take a biopsy of your uterus. I think that's right. And that information tells them the best time to do a transfer when you're ready, because timing is everything with that. And even being short, like 12 hours on progesterone, could be the reason why an embryo doesn't implant. So it's just an extra step to try to up our chances of this working. I had went back and forth on it because I wasn't sure. My doctor's like, he's like, it's not like necessary. Like, he obviously has success without doing it, but it does give him more information to make your protocol more precise for you. So we have decided that we are going to do an ERA, and I am supposed to call them whenever I get my next period. I had my period after my egg retrieval on Christmas Eve, I believe. And so whenever I get my next period, I'm supposed to call them and they will start me on my medications and everything for my ERA. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this next cycle or if I'm going to wait a couple cycles, because he said it doesn't matter like when you do it, like leading up to your retreat or your transfer. He said even because we were planning on doing a transfer this spring. I'm not positive we are still going to be transferring in the spring. Spring to me is like May is what I was kind of thinking. But we might wait until fall. There's still some things that we're trying to figure out. Timeline wise, one biggie is just getting healthier, and we started Weight Watchers on New Year's Day, and I am down 10 pounds as of Monday morning, so that is good. I would like to lose at least 50 pounds before we do the transfer, and that's just to lower my chances of dealing with pregnancy complications that come with being plus size and pregnant. Swelling, high blood pressure, preeclampsia, gestational diabetes, all those types of things. And I know those things can happen when you're not plus size, but when you are, it's almost always one or all is almost always an issue. Being overweight also, some studies say that there's a higher risk of miscarriage when you're overweight. So, and obviously I've been plus size my whole life. I'm not trying to like lose 150 pounds. But I mean, it would be nice, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to get healthier than I am now. And so my goal is to lose around 50 pounds before we do the transfer. And I probably could do that by May, but I don't know if I'll be ready, like if I want to keep going. Another thing is that, and this is not a reason to really postpone a transfer, except for the fact that we have already paid for a vacation that we have rescheduled 3 times now. We scheduled it in 2018, or booked it and paid for it, and we've had to keep moving it out because of the situation of the world right now. And as of now, it is rescheduled for August 27th. I think that's right. And so we've been talking about if we want to try to move it sooner, or if we want to just keep it for August and transfer afterwards. And I'm not a big drinker or anything, so it's not even about like I don't want to go on vacation pregnant because I can't drink. Like, I don't care about that. It's just the trip is out of the country for one, and with me being high risk and my history of miscarriages, it just kind of freaks me out to travel out of the country while pregnant. So yeah, we're kind of like trying to figure out what we want to do about that. We could even move it out like another year, but then it's like, then we're trying to travel out of the country with Garrett and then like a baby. So I don't know. We got to figure that out. We were kind of talking about it earlier and we just didn't really get anywhere with it. So I need to like think about it and see what we can do about it. We also have flight credits that we need to use or lose before the end of March, I believe. So that's something else. It's like, well, if we moved it up sooner, but then like I don't know if I'm comfortable traveling so soon with this new variant. I don't know. And I know people have their opinions about traveling right now, and I do too, which is why we've postponed it as much as we have. But I don't know. I'm hoping that by August things will be better, but we've been saying that for 2 years now, so I don't know what we should do. So it's kind of up in the air when we're going to transfer. It's definitely not going to be any later than fall, so we just got to figure out the best time to do it. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Just wanted to give you an update, let you know that I finally talked to my doctor, let you know how Weight Watchers is going. I'm actually getting ready to make dinner. I'm doing like a Weight Watchers light version of beef stroganoff with it has like whole wheat pasta, and you use fat-free cream of mushroom soup and 96% lean ground beef, and I can't remember what else goes into it, but it looked really good. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight. Let's see, we had chicken fajitas for dinner last night. Yeah, lots of fruits and veggies and things like that. I have not been working out just because I have been sick with this head cold situation and barely able to breathe out of my nose. So exercising has not been a thing for me. Chad's actually downstairs working out right now. He has lost 8.6 pounds, and I was down 10 pounds. So things are going good with that, and I figure I'll just keep giving you guys little updates on how the Weight Watchers is going while we get to these next steps. I'll update you when I know for sure when the ERA is going to be and all that, and let you guys know the results of it. If there are results, I don't know how that really works, but I'll let you guys know when I know more about that. And yeah, that's pretty much all that's new. and I just wanted to check in. So thanks for watching. If you're still here 20 minutes later, leave me a comment below and let me know that you watched my whole video. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much. I'll see you later. Bye.